Hey YouTube, MJ back with another third-party review. This time we're going to be looking at the TFC Targetroids. And I'm just going to do all four of them in one review, because I think it's probably just easier. What these are is a bunch of the classic characters turned into target masters, basically. For those interested, they were definitely worth picking up if you're a target master fan. Little on the pricey side, but not terrible. So we'll get into the review. Starting off with Hot Rod. Hot Shot. I will probably be referring to these by their actual Transformers names, not the names that they were given from TFC. But he's a fairly classic colored figure. Linear peg. Probably the weakest gun mode. I'm not a huge fan of his actual gun form. And he doesn't hold amazingly, but or at least not with the character that I wanted to put him with. It looks nice attached to a vehicle. It doesn't look good as an actual gun. So to transform him, flip that almost completely up, bring the legs around, down, lock him into place, flip down the arms, bring him around, and rotate the gun point all the way around. It's going to reveal his head, and lock the cannon into the back, and there he is in robot mode. He does come with a little gun, which is actually very reminiscent of one of the Hot Rod guns, so I really wish they would have come with two of them. But oh well. Posability wise, rotating head, ball jointed shoulders that are hindered because he's got tall shoulders, ball jointed elbows, ball jointed thigh, ball jointed knee. And see if I can get him focused in quick and get you a headshot. Oh. And my light started to fall. Not gonna lie, he's got some weak ball joints on his hips. His knees are good and very stiff. It's just the hips are really weak, so he doesn't like to stand easily. Once you get him positioned, he's fine, he holds, but definitely could use the super glue treatment. But he looks cool and he makes for a nice little minifigure. Next up, these do come in sets of two, so you get Hot Rod, and then he comes with Starscream, and then Optimus and Megatron. Next is Starscreams, who actually definitely holds better as a handheld weapon. Problem is I'm trying to do this and keep it in focus. I know how to do this one. Haha. Giant arm laser cannon. Doesn't really work with the wings, which is kind of a bummer, but still looks kind of cool. Eventually I'd kind of want to pick up the Coronation set that has the wing adjustment, and he'll go with an actual Starscream and actually be on like the arms. But transform him, easy enough again. Unlock the legs, pull him down, rotate him around, and rotate him down and around, rotate down and around, and push back on the handle to get ahead. Another one where the head is very nicely detailed, even the eyes are painted nice red. Pulsability is a bit hindered. You can go out, you can go forward, Can't do any back because of the solid wings. And then even the shoulder elbows, you gotta kind of rotate around with the wings. It still can get some nice poses, and those can come off if you really want to move them around a lot. And actually you can just place them how you want to make it look attach. Personally, I would have liked to have seen him attach up here like the other ones. I mean, I know he couldn't bend as well, but all in all, posability on him otherwise, the exact same as the Hot Rod. His size, definitely a lot tighter. You can do just about anything, and he'll pretty well hold it. I'm not sure why I just had him do squats, but whatever. Set him aside. Next up, this is actually probably my favorite of the gun modes because it's basically a giant blaster, including the fact that it's got the extra added sight on the top from this. Normally I rotate the head around so that way you don't see it in this form, but oh well. Transform him, take him, split him in the middle, fold in the blaster pieces. Come on. There we go. He locks in the hand joint, goes right in there, and it is the first few times you do it, it's going to be really tight. Or I'm hoping it's just the first few times and it'll loosen up. Rotate the arms around, swing him, unplug the gun from his butt, and same as with Hotshot, spin all the way around, lock it into place for your head, and then he gets the classic G1 Prime hit. They definitely went with kind of a mixed style for him between Cybertronian mode and a Classics mode, because he does have basically like the windshield arms that the classic figure has, but then a very Cybertron torso. Elbow-wise, same posability, probably the tightest joints on all of the ones that I got, and I think he looks is probably my favorite next to Starscream. Favorite gun mode for sure. Robot mode tied with Starscream because I'm a huge Seeker fan. And then quickly, one other item it comes with is this. This is for mounting shoulder cannons. That'll fit into pretty much any 5mm peg. And then a lot of the handles aren't totally rounded, they're squared. So then it'll just plug on, and then you can mount it to make any of them shoulder cannons or otherwise. Or any weird place you want to, or just arm somebody to the teeth with a bunch of Targetroids for one hand. Options. Pull it out. And then he's got kind of a long range. Basically, they took what should have looked like a pistol and then elongated it. I'm not a huge fan of how they did this one. I still like the figure because his robot mode is amazing, but his gun mode just doesn't do it for me. For him, fold down the handle, fold around the blaster, flip it down, lock it into place, rotate the legs around, arms come down, flip around his gun, and flip up the head. And as you can see, his robot mode is much better than his gun mode, and his robot mode is one hell of a representation of Megatron. Only actual gripe that I have is I wish this part would have actually been the same color as the arms and everything. But he's just an amazing looking version of Megatron, especially if you're looking for a little one. Like actually, with these 2, I'm probably going to have them standing next to Bruticus, on Bruticus' shoulder, and just with Bruticus, so that's kind of my plan with them as right now. For size comparisons, zoom out just a hair. They are next to Rosanna. Oh. And what's becoming quickly the Target Master measuring rod now. Sidearm. As you can see when you compare the three, $10, $25. These were $30 for the set. So I have to say, price-wise, you're getting a lot more. Posability is great. Robot modes are all amazing. Gun modes had something to be desired on most of them. Plastic quality is really good. And like I said, the only issue I had was the weakness on hot rods. So if you're a Target Master fan, totally pick them up. Otherwise, if you don't like Target Masters, you can probably pass. If you're looking for some legend size figures, I'd pick them up. I have to say, after seeing both of them, I can ignore the meh gun mode for him, for makes up for a much nicer robot mode than the legend that's actually coming out, or I might be out, I'm not 100%. But there they are, the TFC Targetroids.